Hello, guys. Welcome to episode 2 of the Depressing Diaries, where we talk about things that are bothering me or bothering the world. AKA me, bitch. Okay, because I am my world. Yes, I am that self centered. Today's episode is going to be about friendships, okay? But more specifically, we're going to talk about low maintenance friends. Yes, the infamous low maintenance friends, okay? And today's stuffy, before I forget to introduce her, is this beautiful elephant carrot. Oh, hold up. Oh my god, I almost knocked my whole setup over. Listen, we don't have that much money around these parts, okay? So we're working with shabby little tables and shabby tripods. But anywho, so I got this little elephant stuffy today as my emotional support animal. So because my apartment doesn't allow actual animals. So basically, low maintenance friendships. Okay. I'm sure if you've clicked on the video, you know what it is, but just a quick little recap for those of you who don't know. Basically, low maintenance friendships, as far as I understand them from the TikToks, the YouTube shorts, the reels that I've seen people describing them, is a friendship where you do not contact or see each other for long periods of time, usually months. I've seen people say, oh, 2 months later, oh, 6 months later, oh, 3 months later, oh, a year later, but usually it's at least a couple of months, anywhere from like 2, 3 up, right? And here's the thing. Right? I have a couple of notes here because, girl, you already know I be going off into some tangents and then I'm not making any sense. This is actually my second time filming this episode, because the first time I actually went a little bit batshit crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Let's just say I felt feelings that I was like, ooh, wait a second, I should talk to my therapist about this, because this is actually getting me more worked up than I thought it would, talking about it. But anywho, so my first point is that, first off, I don't think you guys know what friends are. Okay. And just to prove my point, I looked up the definition of a friend, right? So here we go. I'm going to read it for you. So, a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection, typically exclusive of sexual or family relations, aka you are not related to this person by blood and you are not having sex with this person, right? Platonic, basically. So the words that stand out to me that I would consider keywords is affection and bond. How the hell do you have a bond with someone that you don't speak to, you don't spend quality time with? And how the fuck are you showing affection if you don't ever interact? You know what I mean? I don't think that's affection. No, I don't. It's not me thinking something. It's the fact. You can't show or feel affection for someone you don't interact with, that you don't know, that you don't spend time with. Like, it's just not, that's delusion. That's fantasy. That's a lot of other things, but it's not real. It's all in your head, you know what I mean? It's just imagination, bitch, like SpongeBob. But here's my thing, right? What I see a lot of people do is that they meet new people, like they meet someone and they enter a low maintenance friendship with them. And this is my thing. That's not a friend, that's an acquaintance. If you meet someone for the first time, at your Pilates class today, and you exchange numbers and you hit it off and you talk for like, a little bit after class, maybe even have some lunch with them after class, and then you don't speak to them for another 3 months, you are not friends. You are acquaintances. So don't call that person your friend. You don't know them. You don't care about them. Not really. You care about them in like a human way. You know what I'm saying? And oh, she's a cool, or oh, she's nice, or oh, she's she's that Pilates girl. You know what I mean? Or she's really fit. She's really this or whatever. Like human decency nice or whatever. But it's not deep. It's not a bond. It's a simple connection, like a surface level, very, very, very superficial connection. And that's what acquaintances are. Acquaintances are people, which actually I have the motherfucking definition for that too. So let me make sure I'm saying the truth, exactly what Google says at least. An acquaintance is a person one knows slightly but who is not a close friend. Okay? You see the difference of them slightly? Like Pilates girl, you know her name, maybe you know her age, maybe you know what she does for work. You know what I'm saying? But do you know like what she's doing next week? Do you know her, her childhood? Do you know her struggles, her mental health struggles? Do you know her sister? Do you know the bond she has with her mother? Do you know how many pets she has? Do you know her middle name? Do you know her last name? Do you know anything about this girl besides what any job application, you know what I mean, will know? You don't even know her birthday. Like, let's be so for real right now. That is not a friend, okay? That is just someone you know. That's an acquaintance. And I just need Gen Z especially to start understanding that friendship is not like everyone is not your friend, okay? And yes, there are different types of friends. Like there are some friends that you're just going to be closer to, and that's fine. I think that having varying like degrees of closeness with friends is normal, right? Maybe some friends you can FaceTime them every single day, or every 2 days you're on the phone with them, and another friend you only text them once every 2 weeks, you know what I mean? And you only have lunch with them once a month, or maybe once every 2 months, you know what I mean? But you still have rapport with this person. Like you still talk to them consistently, even if it's not often, you know what I mean? Even if it's not like, oh, every Monday through Friday you're talking on the phone, you know what I mean? But if it's just you have one FaceTime call every Sunday, it's like that's still communication, and that's still consistency, or if you have one friend that you have a Pilates class with and you see them every single week for months and months and months, that's consistency. That is a friendship. But someone that you send a random meme or a random text message every 3, 4, 5 months since you've met them, and you don't meet up with them ever, you don't spend any quality time with them, and you don't have any quality conversation with them consistently, that is not a friend. That is just someone you know, okay? And I'm so tired of people acting like they're friends with all these people. You're not friends with them. They're not your friend, bro. Like, please. And so this brings me to a little, I guess you could say, what's the word? I guess what I personally believe is happening when you're on the side of a low maintenance friend, right? When you are experiencing a low maintenance friendship, right? AKA you have a friend, someone you quote unquote consider a friend, and they are not reaching out to you at all. Like they will reach out to you every once in a blue moon, right? Whether it's once a year or twice a year or 3 times a year, but you guys never really do anything. And if you do something, maybe you have lunch or something once a year, you know what I mean? Or maybe twice a year, who knows? But basically, you don't see this person often. You don't talk to this person often. You have a handful of interactions with them per year. This is what I think, right? Now, again, there's nuance to this, which I want to bring up at the end, but I just want to go into the possibilities of what's happening, right? I think there's only 3 things that could be happening when someone is not talking to you often, when a friend of yours is not talking to you often anymore, especially if they used to contact you more consistently. The first thing is they don't want to be your friend anymore. They just don't want to be your friend anymore. And why they don't want to be your friend, bitch, I have no idea. It could be 1,000 different things. It could be, they are making more money now. They only want to hang out with rich people. It could be that they hate your boyfriend. It could be that they feel insecure you being around their boyfriend. It could be that I don't know. They hate the way you look, hate the way you act. You said something, you got drunk and you did something unforgivable. Whatever it is, okay, whatever it may be, they don't want to be your friend anymore, right? And I feel like that's really tricky sometimes for people to assess. It's like, oh, is this a quote unquote low maintenance friendship, or does this person just not want to be in my life anymore? You know? And so that's why I don't like this normalization of low maintenance friendships. But anywho, so the second reason why a friend, okay, is not talking to you anymore could be that they are going through something very, very consuming or life-changing or life-altering. Like, they could be having marital issues, they could be going through a divorce, they could be going through some court legal problems, they could be falling into a depression, they could I don't know, have just given birth, they have a newborn, they could have gotten diagnosed with cancer and they're going through treatment. There are so, like, their mom could have died and they're grieving. There could be so many reasons for someone who is your friend to have not oh my god, my brain just it just said shut down. But there could be a lot of different life changes that happen, life circumstances that come about that basically just make it emotionally, mentally, or physically impossible or very, very difficult for your friend to reach out to you or to have the time, to give to you, to having lunches or FaceTime calls or whatever, right? But like I said, though, this is someone who's your friend who's going through a rough patch. Okay, so that means you have consistency. You've had consistency in your communication, and it just so happens that boom, life change. That is just unavoidable. That happens to everyone. And so I don't want people to think that I'm saying you have to talk to your friends consistently all the time and never change, and there's no excuses. No. But I just think that there's a difference between a friend who's drowning in life responsibilities or huge life changes and someone who's lazy and I can't say that word. Okay. The last thing is they're just a bad friend. They're just a bad friend. They have no life thing going on. They have no mental health issues. They actually do want to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they don't want to be your friend, but they're just a bad friend. They're just a bad friend. Period, point blank. Okay? And I feel like a lot of people who are advocating for low maintenance friendships are just bad friends. Not all of them. No. I know there are a lot of people who are in the category of life change, right? Some huge thing, like they've gone on this huge weight loss journey and you're a fat ass who always wants to go out and eat with that bitch. So obviously she can't go out and eat with you for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? I think that's normal. That's a good friend thing, right? And a good friend would understand that and still try to facilitate another type of hangout, right? That doesn't involve food, right? But I think that a lot of these people that are saying, yay, low maintenance friendships. Oh, I love that I don't have to text you ever. I love that I don't have to call you ever. I love that I don't have to see you ever. And when I do, it's like we never stopped seeing each other. It's like nothing ever changed. And this is the nuance, right? This is the exception that I wanted to talk about. Because personally, I have, you could say, low maintenance friendships, aka I have two people that I would consider low maintenance friends in the way that the internet describes it, right? But what happened was we met in school. I have known both of these people for years since I've been an infant, okay, a minor. One of them I've known for 8 years, going on 9. The other person I've known for 10 years, going on 11. So these are people that I have had in my life for a long time. First. Second, when we first became friends, we would see each other every single day. Every single day, bitch. Okay? And it was like that for months, if not years. Because obviously you go to high school, you see someone every day, you eat lunch with them all the time, you have sleepovers, you go out, all of that. In college, same thing. Dorming, sleepover, hang out, go out all the time, go to class together, go eat something together, go to our rooms, hang out. Like, listen, that bonding you do is unlike anything else, okay? So I feel like it's different when you have these kinds of relationships that have been built on years of quality time and understanding and bonding. But when you're meeting someone for the first time and you expect to become a low maintenance friends from day one, girl, get it together. What are you doing? That's so rude. I think that's so rude. I think that's so fucking rude. And I also want to add that my friends that are low maintenance friends, the only reason that they're low maintenance is because they live across the motherfucking world from me. They live literally oceans apart from me. They're in different time zones, okay? And I still go see them whenever I have enough money and can do it. My friend who lives in France, she just came like a month ago or something and stayed with me for almost 2 weeks. And we spent every single day together. We slept, next to each other. We went out, explored the city together. We came back. We were eating together. Everything together every single day, all the time that she was here. It's like, that's quality time. That's bonding. That's connection. And we're talking, not on our phones, ignoring each other. And so I think that's why my friendship with her has been able to survive for a whole, 8 years. And my other friend, same thing. I go to visit her. I stay with her for a whole week, for a couple of days. It's like, and you hang out with this person and you see this person and you check up on them, every couple of months. And you make sure that everything's fine and you try to, plan out some trips to see each other. But it just makes sense to me that when someone lives so far away and they, have a completely different time zone, that you just wouldn't reach out as much because you already know that they're probably at work right now, or you're probably sleeping, or they're probably sleeping, and it's just too much. So you just send memes here and there, you react to their stories, you send them a message, a voice message, you call them every couple months and make sure they're okay, and then you try to, schedule a trip once a year or something. But I feel like if I was richer, I would definitely visit them way more first. And second, if they lived by me, I would see them way more often. I would see them at least every like bi-weekly, at least once a week or once every 2 weeks. I would see them, have lunch with them. If they lived close, especially, yeah, I'd be inviting them over for dinner. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I just don't understand people that live near their friends and they don't have crazy things going on in life and they don't put effort into their friendships. But best believe they put so much effort into texting a man. Ooh, I said it. Yeah. Reevaluate your priorities, bitch. Because that man, okay, is super, super, duper, duper disposable, bro. Like, it's crazy how disposable these romantic relationships are. It's insane. Like, but you don't have to worry about your friend cheating on you. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about your friend literally on Grindr behind your back. Like, they're showing you their profile and they're showing you the matches and you guys are giggling and hee-hee-ha-haing. Okay? So, there's such an importance in friendship that I feel is not being honored in our society at the moment. And I hope that especially the younger generations can start changing their ways. And millennials too. Everybody's on their damn phone. But I'm seeing that it's a little bit more on the younger people's side, that they're just not putting as much of heart and like time and investment in friendships. And I think it's super sad because trust me when I tell you, my ex was there and then he wasn't. But my friends have been there through the exes, through the crushes, through the unemployment, through the highs, through the lows. They have been there. And I feel like that is something that is really, really priceless. Like, it's just so valuable. And so you should treat it like that and cherish them and appreciate them. That is the end of my rant. You see, I don't know why this topic gets me so like invigorated, you know? I don't know. I guess it's just cuz like, I just feel like we are losing community, and friendships are such a huge part of community. And so it just makes me really sad, and I wish people, all of us, would do better when it comes to being better friends. And I literally called my friend after filming the podcast the first time, and we talked and we talked, and it was so nice. And I was like, oh yeah, I haven't talked to you in like a whole week already, and I haven't seen you in like 3 weeks because she's been busy with work. I've been so busy with running around, and I just haven't been feeling good mentally. So, but I'm like, no, but I got to get out of it. And the only way to get out of, heavy places and stuff is just by going forward and reaching out for help, from the people who love you, adore you, and support you, through your lows and through your highs. And friends are really, really important. Um, Thank you so much for watching episode 2 of the Depressing Diaries, where I talk about things that are bothering me or that are kind of heavy. I am done talking about friendships. I will not talk about friendships for at least another couple weeks for sure. But I would love to talk about fake friends and the signs that you have a fake friend. Because that's dangerous. I went through a lot of that in college and shit. But next week's episode will be a positive one because I'm tired of talking about super negative stuff. So I'm not sure what we're gonna talk about, but we're gonna talk about something a little bit more happy-go-lucky. So look forward to that, and like and subscribe if you like me talking into a microphone. Which no one asked for this, but I'm giving it to you anyway. And check out my links below. I have other channels that you can check out. Shameless promo. Anywho, again, like and subscribe, hoes, okay? Because I'm going to be coming out with an episode every single week, preferably on Sundays. But if you catch me on another day, don't judge, bitch, okay? Don't judge. Don't say nothing. Just enjoy the episode. Bye. Bye. Okay. That was way better.